Welcome to the Daytona International Speedway, the site of the first race of the second season of the Cool Cup Series. This race is the most anticipated race of the year, and known for its amazing racing and last lap passes. Hi everyone, I'm LEGO Minifigure, and joined my buddy LEGO Minifigure Jr. here to give you coverage of today's Daytona 500. This big race is definitely going to be a great one today, and we're definitely going to see some drivers that we have to watch. First off, Denny Hamlin is starting in the 5th position. He is a 3-time Daytona 500 winner in the Nascar Cup Series. Hopes to bring that good fortune over here to the Cool Cup Series. Now Ryan Blaney, very good at super speedways in the NASCAR Cup Series. However, in the Cool Cup Series, he never seems to get it right. He has crashed out of both of his super speedway races he has competed in this series. Maybe that'll turn around today. Kyle Busch, last season's champion, starting in the 7th position. Never has won a Daytona 500 in the NASCAR Cup Series, but looks to get that done today. Now, this is how Kyle Busch won the championship.
So they came to an overtime restart, and it was 3 wide and wild racing. Kyle Busch started falling back and made a big move on the outside to take the win. Kyle Busch became the Season 1 champion. Well, now we look at Daniel Suarez, the pole sitter for today. Very fast car in qualifying and practice. Definitely look for him to be up front a lot today. Well, we're going to go from first place all the way to the last position in the field. We have Christopher Bell starting in the 34th position. Not a good qualifying run for him. He spun out in qualifying, therefore meaning he has to go all the way to the back.
Here are the race picks for today. Ryan Blaney is my pick, and Junior's pick is Kurt Busch in the 45. Now we go trackside for pre-race ceremonies. Now, here to give you the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome Plush Freddy the Awesome.
Drivers, start your engines.
With the engines fired, let's take a look at today's starting lineup. Row number 1, we have Daniel Suarez with Kurt Busch. In row 2, Eric Almirola with Ryan Blaney. Row 3, Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. In row 4, rookie Austin Cindric and Kyle Busch, defending champion. Row number 5, Joey Logano and the 5 car of Kyle Larson.
In row number 6, Brad Keselowski making his first start as an owner, and Martin Truex Jr. Row 7, Hendrick teammates of William Byron and Chase Elliott. Row number 8, Bubba Wallace and Corey LaJoie. Row number 9, Austin Dillon and Alex Bowman. And rounding out the top 20 today is Ross Chastain and the 14 of Chase Briscoe.
Cole Custer and Tyler Reddick get row 11, AJ Allmendinger and Chris Buescher get row 12, Noah Gragson and Michael McDowell get row 13, in row 14, Eric Jones and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 15, Harrison Burton and Todd Gilliland, 2 rookies, rounding out the top 30.
And rounding out the field today, we have Ty Dillon and Josh Bilicki in row number 16, and BJ McLeod in the 78, and Christopher Bell in the 20, who spun in qualifying, putting his car dead last in the field. Now we're going to get to race time. Coming up on Cool Cup Series, The cars are coming off of turn number 4.
And the green flag flies in the Daytona 500. Off of turn number 2 for the first time. They are side by side for the lead. But here comes Ryan Blaney going to give Kurt Busch a big push. And Busch is going to take the lead on lap 1. And as they come off of turn 4, Kurt Busch is going to lead the first lap of this Daytona 500.
As the outside line begins to fade back. And Eric Jones is already on pit road. He hit the wall in turn 3. Very unfortunate for Jones to have problems this early in the Daytona 500.
Now as they come around to reach lap number 3...
Oh no!
And along goes Larson! Big crash! 5 cars involved, 2 went spinning into the infield. 3 of the 4 Hendrick Racing cars are involved. You can see Bubba Wallace spun into the grass with Chase Elliott. Let's take a look at how this happened.
Oh, like the outside line had been fading for the entire race so far, and I think Truex tried to get it going again, but gave Larson too big of a shove, and that just turned Larson into the fence.
The other Rick Hendrick car is right there behind Corey LaJoie. This is everyone who was involved in the crash on lap 3. Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Bubba Wallace, and William Byron. Truex and Larson are out of the race.
Now green flag is back to the air on lap number 5.
Kurt Busch gets a better jump going out for turn number 2. They're side by side again, but here comes Almirola. Now Denny Hamlin, the owner of that car, is going to push Kurt Busch. They're 3 wide further back in the pack. A lot of 3 wide racing as now they get single file toward the front. Eric Almirola leads lap number 5.
Oh, very loose, going around in almost a giant collision. Eric Almirola almost caused a giant collision right there.
Now, if we take a look at how this happens, Ryan Blaney goes high, tries to take the lead, but I feel like that was an aggressive move too early on, and that turns the 10 car around. As the field reaches lap number 7, Ryan Blaney and Kurt Busch are side by side. Oh, that was Cedric! Into Hamlin, up and over goes Denny Hamlin, a massive accident behind them.
Huge wreck happening behind them, and wow, Denny Hamlin goes on his roof. At least 15 cars are involved.
Yeah, it looks like 18 cars involved in this crash. That is big.
You can see the Denny Hamlin machine upside down on the back straightaway.
Here they come off of turn number 2. Oh, Joey Logano just got Cindric on the left rear quarter panel, and that turned him around. We saw the Penske car. All 3 of the Penske cars were together right there, with Ryan Blaney leading them. And what an unfortunate incident for Denny Hamlin, who went upside down.
Not what you want to see. Yeah, Corey LaJoie, Alex Bowman. I think there's only going to be like 14 cars left in the race after this collision. Not what you want to see in this. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to the Daytona International Speedway, where the big one has just wiped out half of the field. We are under the red flag right now with Kurt Busch in the lead. And look at who's in third right now. Corey LaJoie in the 7 car.
This is every single car that was involved in that wreck, not including Truex and Larson right there. But the green flag goes back in the air, 2 laps to go.
Through turn number 1, Kurt Busch gets a big push from Corey LaJoie. They're gonna get far enough in front of the field. Will LaJoie try to make a move? Yes, he goes to high. Now it's not going to work for LaJoie, but here comes the 34 of Michael McDowell to his rear bumper. Now the 8 car of Reddick begins to fall back as around goes the 77 of Josh Bilicki. The 77 car of Josh Bilicki went around as they're on the white flag lap right now. Coming off of turn number 2, Kurt Busch has the lead. Around goes the 34. Hard into the wall. No caution out yet. They're going to let them race back to the line. They come around. Turn 4. Oh, here comes LaJoy to the inside. And Corey LaJoy wins the Daytona 500.
Last lap pass in the tri-oval gets Corey LaJoy the win in the Daytona 500. Let's take a look at how it happened. He goes to the inside of Kurt Busch, and they were by themselves. You can see Kurt Busch pretty far back behind them, and Corey LaJoy wins it by half a car length over Kurt Busch.
Corey LaJoy, what an upset winner today. I don't think anyone expected that to happen, and what a disappointment for Kurt Busch, who was so close to winning this race. Corey LaJoy wins the race. Let's take a look at the finishing order. Corey LaJoy, Kurt Busch, Chris Buescher, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, the 43 of Eric Jones, Eric Amarola, and Harrison Burton round out the top 10.
The 42 of Ty Dillon, 23 of Bubba Wallace, 77 of Josh Bilicki, and Michael McDowell, the rest of the cars that finished the race. In 15th, the 20 car of Christopher Bell, the 38 of Todd Gilliland.
Now, this is the rest of the field. Kyle Larson and Martin Truex Jr. unfortunately DNF'd on lap number 3. And Daniel Suarez, pole sitter, unfortunately got a 26th place finish. Thanks for watching, everybody.